afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Trovo Challenge. I'm Lee Teaam Smith, and joining me is Jason Kaplan, who's fresh off around about, what, 7 hours, 8 hours casting, so you're going to be fresh
10.
as a daisy.
10-hour cast.
10 hours. So
that started at 6 a.m.
You're going to clock up like 16 hours casting. I love it. I love it. But that's dedication for you. So let's look at the schedule. What we're starting off today, of course, it is going to be just as yesterday, 4 best of 3s, but this time we're hitting the semi-final. So you can see, starting off 6 o'clock, we're going to have 2GL versus Nolpenki. Really looking forward to this matchup. Then Teaam Jbzzz versus 5GG. And then we hit the Americans up with today, I believe it is Vansili, is it? With or is it just Bok and
Vansili and Simo?
It's Vansili and Simo today. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be Demon Time versus Oxygen Supremacy. I didn't get to watch any of them actually. Way Too French. Oh, they made it through. Versus Team Underrated. I love the fact they got a name called Way Too French. I guess they're Canadians. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But either way, that will be at 3 a.m. But of course, if they're Americans, it's going to be for the American time. So I think that's, I'm not too sure what time that is in Pacific. I've kind of thrown myself in now. It's in Jason Kaplan's
time.
So
8 p.m. CEST.
8 p.m. CEST. There we go. Jeez. So, Jason, so we're moving on to semifinals. We obviously watched...
6 p.m.
We watched Nolpenki yesterday. Yeah. It's
6
p.m. It's like -9.
-9. Yep.
-9, yeah.
We got there in the end. See, look at that teamwork.
We covered Nolpenki yesterday. They were certainly very good, taking down Mattistack 2-0. You can see they are now up against 2G4L. Now, this is a team that took down worst players. Now, that was actually a pretty good match, I think. Certainly, 2G worst players had some really good players in there, Dimasic and etc. Chihuahua, etc. So, 2G4L, formerly Battalion players, coming through. There's the Finns, so they're a teamwork. So this is effectively 2 real teams, Jason. This is what I'm excited about. Not just sort of some show matchy thrown together things. These are guys that have been grinding it for a long time, since the start of Valorant and beyond that.
Yeah, and then you obviously have the other side, Nolpenki, Lithuanian team, coming with 4 CS players, and then Vac, who I guess is the captain for the team. He has a background in PUBG, and as we all got to see, his jet play was amazing. Playing with the operator for the most part. We saw, Mattistack not really have a really good answer. I swear I'm having a stroke here. A good answer to how he's actually playing the operator. There's obviously a lot of rounds being grinded out. Thinking back to Haven, it came down to Taimu dealing with the aggression out of Vac and forced him to play a little bit more passive. But for me, this definitely should be probably the highlight semifinal. And I don't mean to talk badly about 5GG, but I wasn't necessarily sold in some of the ways they were playing, some of the ways they were holding some of the maps as well, especially thinking back to Haven. But obviously, we need to see, what are these guys even playing for, Demon?
A lot of money. 10K each side. 10,000 for Europe, 10,000 for North America, 5,000 for first place. It's really nicely weighted at 1,800 and then down to 800. So basically, all these guys have already hit that $800 threshold. Everybody that went out yesterday took themselves $400 home. So it was a 256 team tournament, both sides. So it was a pretty well stacked. There was 2 qualifiers out there. So it was the top 4 teams that reached it through to this stage. So we'll see, of course, how they can take it. Now, you mentioned Vac. Obviously, Vac on yesterday was really strong on Nolpenki using the jet. But also, I want to say Loudly. Loudly was the top fragger just about. He was the Raze player. Popped off a lot of times. And I think it was like that quad kill he got. Or was it an ace just before, like the second from last round when he was stuck down in the pit?
Please don't ask me. My mind is mush right now. I'll tell you this. He also was the punchy bag for the team. I think he got res twice.
Yeah.
And immediately killed twice. I don't think the res was used for anyone else. But, obviously, if you want to talk about some other players that really stood out, Boo on his Omen was great to see. Cho on his Cypher. If anything, if we're going to talk about Loudly top fragging, Cho Cypher almost single-handedly won them Haven. The way he played the defense towards the A site, the way he put up his spy camera in a corner towards short, then he sat with the Cypher cage just to pop them up immediately and then get the shot straight through. He was really unmoved. And that's kind of what I criticized 5GG when we saw them playing Cypher later on Haven, is that they didn't play anything similar to that. It was more about playing on site and typically would always be overrun. So this is definitely a team to look out for. The Lithuanians, they've shown me, quite a few good things, but it's up to them now to beat the team of 2G4L, who's already been able to make it through into, I want to say, semifinals in the Rise of Titans. No, not the quarterfinals. We didn't get to cast that one in the Rise of Titans tournament that happened just this last week.
Yes, they got knocked out by started from CS, right?
Yeah, started from CS, right?
It started from CS, I think, yeah. The finalists. Also, obviously, we Boo yesterday on Omen as well, but he was popping off. He actually won them quite a few rounds, if I remember rightly. Hit a couple of triples in there. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they can bring to the table. They are a team I do recognize a couple of names, especially recognize Replan. Replan's been around for quite a while, so I'm really looking forward to see what 2G4L can bring to the table. I've seen them in action throughout the tournaments, throughout the Lava series, throughout the Rise of Titans. I never got to cast them. Yeah, I know some of the players, so I recognize the names. So I'm interested to see how it's going to work out. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Starting out will be Nolpenki on the defensive side, 2G4L on the attack. I roughly have an idea who's going to be playing for Nolpenki and what. Yeah, so McCoy. Boo's actually going to be on the Brimstone today, so Cho's not going to be in the Cypher. Loudly once again, and Raze and Vac, of course, on the Jet. So look for Vac to be popping out later on and tailwinding away with the operator. But obviously that's when he gets it on the board. But we're starting things off. It is going to be Bind, Split, and Haven, by the way, today, if we go the distance.
Yeah, if we go the distance, because Bind is a map that we did, well, we didn't get to see it being played, but we did have it played yesterday at a 2G4L, and they lost 13-4 against worst players. So maybe not one of the stronger maps, but they did pick it. So you have to assume this is going to be a map they're going to be comfortable with, or maybe I figured out some things they did struggle on yesterday. Initial frag going to go the way of 2G4L, using the flashpoint to get around the corner. Sage going to be playing on the low ground here. Matt going to be in back towards the site. But the spike's still going to be down, so it's not like they're committing to this just yet. Nicely
placed flashpoint. He purposely aimed it higher as well, so it would catch anyone that was looking in window as well. So it was a well-placed flashpoint, but it will be the rotate away from there. Now, they have got the Cypher just angling in bathroom at the moment. He's actually looking out of bathroom as well, so he's got vision, Alexi. He can see clearly out there, so he's obviously give the information that it's actually pretty clear in watching the rotates. So Cage Trap goes down, now the push comes in. The Sage, though, the Spike Carrier has been taken down by Loudly's Blast Pack there. May have just been the paint shells, I'm not too sure, but the Sage Wall does go down. Oh no, the Molly straight on top of him. Doesn't manage to get the plant in. It's a disaster. He's managed to steal it away. Fake's going to make a run for it. Here, the Breach trying to get over towards B site. Finds himself the Ghost. Didn't fancy the Frenzy in this stage, but this is simply going to be a case of get the plant, get the initial money, because there's no way it's going to come out. Here comes the paint shells right under his behind. And Vac in the end, well, he stole the kill with the Ghost there. That paint shells have done the job.
I mean, you say steal, I say confirm. I'm never going to complain when I get the kill. I'm definitely going to complain if I get the kill taken from me, however. But a good start. Again, reading out the aggression. Great little paint shell to save it for such a long time here. And unfortunately, 2G4L getting stopped right off the bat. But we did see, in the 5GG match just yesterday when they played against esoteric, teams invest into frenzies across the board and try to rush in towards the site, using the extra money they get from the spike to buy, and they're going to be going for it. So they're going for the regular armor. They got the Spectres, and they got a Sheriff for a replan.
Who will see better?
I think we're going to see some aggression here to get some early info, and they're going to spot out that they have bought up, so they might change the way they play this defensively. Yeah, they can hear the shots.
So it is going to be Spectres they're running straight into. He's just going to try and spray through. You can see McCoy joins him, and they get the triple spray and the healed up. As expected. I mean, it is just pistols pushing in, so kind of expected, but they did invest a little bit. You can see Replan with the Sheriff trying to pop something off, not going to work. Vac with the Ghost, so Vac stuck with the Ghost as well, so expect to see possibly an operator from him in the next round already.
He's going to have a lot to deal with, though. The Sky Smoke, so easy to put... Wow, that was an instant shot out of Boo. The Sky Smoke's so easy to put down to block off his operator. They do have the Flash as well. It's going to be a lot harder, I think, for him to play the operator. But then again, the angles he's holding, it's not really going to be expected. It's the angles that you can play from because you're on a jet. Whether it's high ground or extra wide on an angle. So you can just use that tailwind to escape after you go for the first shot. I want to see how they deal with it. And yeah, obviously no point to invest into it this round. He's got 5,500 money. And he's only against the 2 Ghosts and the 3 Classics. This should be an easy round. Should be. I've been casting a lot of Asian Counter-Strike today. And I can tell you, whenever I said should be, it was never a guaranteed thing. So I'm a little bit hesitant to say it here. But I think it's a little different when it comes to Valorant.
It should be. This is not right.
Trust me, the amount of... I can't even begin to express my frustration from some of the games we saw today.
It does
this
mean,
should
though,
be a good
of course,
match.
for 2G4L, the fact that they did invest a little bit in that second round, they kind of forced it a little bit. They've had to go Ghosts once again. Oh, Joe's come around the back of them. That's a cheeky hit and run. It's going to get shot in the back by Embo, though. So it does fall. So they've managed to pick up 2 with 3 alive. That's going to nick them a Spectre as well. See if they can group up. They might be able to put pressure on B site with Vac being alone now.
But it's back. I'm not sure. 2v1. The thing that kind of frustrates me for 2G4Ls is that they're going to lose this round as well, even though because they lost the 4-sub. Typically, if you lose the first 2, you have the better buy in round 3. Now they had an equal buy in round 2. They're having a worse buy in round 3, and then round 4 they're going to be against an operator. So they kind of set themselves behind. I mean, obviously, I respect the hustle of trying to be aggressive and play unexpected. But they're going to be down potentially in early 0-4.
Oh, especially when Boo just sprays and finds the headshot through the smoke. Rupland did get loudly down, though, so that's lamp room. And now they do have a 2-on-1 at the moment. The spike plant will come in, so a bit of a thrifty round so far. Red plant's pretty low. No heal's going to be coming in for him, though, with the Sage now down as well. And Embo picked off by Boo. Boo being the savior of the round, it seems. He's going to come around Tetris. That will catch back in the back. Showstopper's ready. He knows where Boo is. Gets the splash damage. Not enough to take Boo down, though. And Boo will be able to stick the defuse. Took him down to 66. But that's the costly rounds for Nolpenki, but I think that was more of a bonus for them anyway.
It's not cost in the end just because they were going to force up to Vandals and Phantoms and Operators anyways. But it was still a lot of extra money built up for 2G4L. I mean, they get 4 kills and they get the spike down. So maybe they can afford to invest in some more abilities. Maybe they want to go Operator themselves. You can see their plans on, 6K. He's going to go straight for it. So we're going to have a challenge. Even Boo, he's not even going to bother to upgrade. He's just going to keep the Bulldog. And it looks like he's going to go for an aggressive information play over towards Bass, and I think Vac's going to go for an aggressive play towards Long B at the same time. So we're going to have like 2 battles breaking out. The operator that is on 2G4L will be going towards A short. It's going to be holding the angle, and they're going to walk straight into it here. And it's a very tight angle to hold, too.
That's a slither, isn't it? Just the pixel. I always like to think I could do that, but I just know I can't. Oh, Vac, that was a ballsy, interesting push. I mean, I guess because Loudy went round there, right? They just had the information play, but that was the operator push. They will rescue that one, so I guess Boo will pull that away for now. But now it's going to be a B-site hit with just a single Cho in the background at the moment. He's been walled off, so just trying to bang away through this cyber cage. Now, that's going to be the straight on top of him. It forces him in towards the spawn area, so still haven't managed to get the spike down. They're actually pushing through with the spike. Okay.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It just didn't work out. I think the Sky Smoke potentially blocked the flash, actually, because you can't flash through smokes in the game. So it might have blocked it, and/or it might have just not been the right position. I like how they did decide to go for that, considering they don't know how many players are going to wrap around in towards Elbow behind them. It just doesn't work out in the end, and they will go down 4-0.
Ballsy play, that's for sure.
Ballsy.
4-0. And, well, you can see the economy is not great for 2G4L right now. Let's have a look at this again. So this was Loudly pushing through. They did lose back there. But, yeah, just pushing straight into Loudly, ready and waiting. Satchel pack into them as well. Blast pack, whichever you prefer to call it. So Vac back on the operator. And it is going to be a force from 2G4L.
I am worried if they play this kind of pick style. Again, maybe I'm overestimating like how good Vac is. But I don't feel like you can do that easily here against him. I mean, he's going to be holding really far back. They're going to have to use a lot of utility to cut off his angles. He's going to even have a Blade Storm if they do get far into the site. And Fake with a good start, taking down the Cypher. Not able to pick up, though, the weapon, unfortunately. And that's the pressure from Short B now gone. Window's going to be clear. And Vac doesn't have to worry about this angle anymore. And you can see they're slowly peeking on back. He's gonna hit the shot. Just gonna use again the tailwind to get away to create another angle, another window to attack with, and this push has just basically been shut down. It comes down to the 2-on-2 on towards A.
Yeah, Cinder's slow peek not working there. Straight into him, but they have got Alexi and Lamp at the moment, but Loudly is still sat waiting with Replan up close with the Frenzy, but Loudly's holding his ground. You can see Boo holding the angle as well, looking at Lamp, waiting for someone to peek them out. It's got tiniest crosshair known to man as he looks towards them. Loudly taking a couple of damage there. Loudly though with the blast pack, paint shell, sorry, will take Embo down. Tries to throw the blast pack out, but Alexi catches him out. But in comes the support once again. Boo has been a kind of immovable so far on the A site. I think he's had one death so far. Yeah, 6-1-2. Starting to have a cracking first 5 rounds.
A lot of money on the defending side too. Can you actually tell me, because I lost the feed for a second. There we go. How many kills they actually have? 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. They've really not been able to make a solid impact against the defenders yet. 5 rounds running. They have an operator yet again though. Maybe another chance to open things up. I'm not a big fan of having to depend on an operator to open up a site for you though. And this is going to be that going for the shot. Again, the slow up doesn't mean anything. They're half peeking, jiggle peek, he's going to miss it. I think before, when he went through the teleporter, he accidentally tailwind into it. If you think back to, you know, I think it was round 3 or round 4.
Yeah, I think he just did the same as well. He stepped away, and I don't think he fancied that.
No, that one he meant to, because he had no escape. He had no tailwind anymore to dash back.
Yeah.
So he was committed to that. It leaves the site a little bit light, though.
Oh, the Cho boost doesn't work out, but look at that. The double from Loudly. Fake gets McCoy and Cho down, though, so they've cleared out the B site, but the rotate coming in with Loudly just behind the paint shells. He's just got the double kill, so he gets the second paint shells out there. Blast pack comes through, but Fake's ready and waiting for Loudly to peek that corner. Second blast pack, not going to find its target. The spike will go down. There's a rotate from behind, which is Vac with the operator. Replan does get Loudly down, and there's Vac. Wasn't expecting it. Oh no, he got the resurrect at the same time, so it was a simple double for Vac now, but he's going to be in a interesting position as he comes in. Tries to use the knives, but not going to work out. Replan, finally the operator pays off for Replan, and they get themselves the first round.
You know, I really don't hate that back play. So, I mean, obviously he can go back towards the B site with a tailwind if needed, but he can also go into the teleporter if they get too close when he can't escape anymore. And then if they push towards B, I mean, the second he spots them out, they're gonna start rotating a player or two from A. He's gonna be on the A presence. If they want to contest him, they have to keep one player outside of the teleporter. So it's still gonna be a 4-on-4 on the site anyways. There's really like no net loss in that. If anything, he's going to hit a shot, and that's going to be Fake going down. Did he even use anything to get that? There was no flash. There was no camera. There was nothing. He just peeks and gets the kill.
Costly death does leave the spike loose at the moment. It's not the worry as they will rotate round. Replan's going to go collect that spike with the operator. And continue to probe long. There is the trap for Cho, but Cho is solo at the moment. Now the rotate comes in, so he is about to get supports. The Sage comes over. Vac's coming as well, as the orb will go over to the Sage, try and get that resurrect back up after he kind of wasted it in the last round. And now it's going to be back towards A site. It's the second guessing that goes on, Jason. With 40 seconds left, you know, they're like, oh, it must be a B hit then, because there's footsteps over here. Let's come over here. And they're like, sneak back over to A site. But the slower that they go, it's going to give, it's going to make it pretty obvious. And we're already seeing McCoy on the re-rotate.
Loudly. Okay, that Sky Smoke's going to protect him from short. He's going to clear out Bass. There will be a Cypher there. He now knows it's a one player. The Overstrike has come through, but there's no one in Lamp Room. 1-for-1 trade. The Koi's gonna get a second though. 14 seconds left. The spike carrier has been killed, and they're not even gonna be able to play it because he's gonna push straight through the smoke the second he hears it. Yeah, that's gonna be the round.
Through, and Loudly and McCoy clean up once again, and they didn't get anyone. This is that initial first kill onto Boo, and that was that.
You know, as I was saying before, and again, I swear I don't mean any disrespect by it, but I feel like in the 5GG match versus Esoteric, we didn't see the skill level we're seeing at Nolpenki. And I'm not sure, because we haven't seen Teaam Jbzzz yet. But I'm not sure if one of those teams can even contest Nolpenki. I want to see more to 2G4. I mean, we even had Pansy. You guys are probably seeing cast a lot of these invitationals, NA and EU. She wanted to look towards this team as well, and they're struggling against this defense. I mean, yeah, they're up 6-1. There's still a chance to bounce back, but this has just been a dominating 6-1. It hasn't even been close.
I mean, we saw... Was it Nolpenki we saw play this map yesterday? No, we didn't, did we? Oh.
Nolpenki?
We
saw
only
them
got
play
split.
Haven and Split.
Yeah, Haven and Split, wasn't it? Yeah. Because it was a 2-0. They never actually got on to bind. Well, Paintshell's going straight in towards that flash, so the flash is kind of countered. The Molly's going to go straight on top of them as well. McCoy with the spray down, and loudly the blast pack gets Cinder down, so that's stopped it once again. The spike plant, is it going to be able to get through? I can see the plant coming through, so it will get in there. Fake though with a quick double. Nice headshots there, and McCoy and loudly with the Sheriff making it work out, and that puts Cho a little cautious. Gets out the way of the Rolling Thunder just about, and that caught Fake off guard because he was expecting it. And some quick action there to get the camera sorted out. Blast pack down for Vac. Double checks his own teammate. Now they see the last two. They are in lamp. So now they're both pinned out. Can Alexi do anything? He's already managed to work out well as the bullet whizzes past him. Embo decides to go aggressive, pushes on it.
Alexi!
Vac will get him down
What?
and pushes around, and Vac in the end will take him down.
Do we have that from his point of view? Did he miss his entire clip onto the guy defusing the spike? Please tell me he was shooting someone else. I couldn't fully see it, but he was reloading, staring at the guy defusing. That if oh man, that's frustrating. I get they didn't really have the best of buys. Okay, so watch. So Fate goes down. He's by himself. You see him reloading here, but I don't know if he was shooting at Vac. I don't think Vac was in line of sight. I think he just missed his entire clip.
Yeah, because Embo killed Boo, and that was the other side.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. 7-1. I mean, they had Fate get 2 great kills with the Sheriff on the entries. Vac again, just gonna push out short B and get a kill.
Yeah. And it's netting them results quite a few times. I guess I'll probably switch it up and do a long hit next time. But Vac's gone to the back of sight. Embo just gonna get himself the orbital strike down, is he? Or is they gonna give it across the Sage? That's the orbital strike for Embo. And the Cypher, he's took. Is he inside teleport? Or is he tucked up behind the wall?
No, I think he's tucked out in front of the wall.
Yeah.
Because he's been playing towards the B site, plus his trap wires are there. So he's using this to... Oh, I guess he's hoping they're not going to actually peek this corner. Which, to be fair, I don't know how you can expect a team to not do that. Okay, no, he is in there. How did he get in there? I didn't even see him go through the teleporter. Okay.
No.
Maybe I didn't hear it right. Or, actually, did they use the boombot to open it, and then he walked in?
Oh, maybe. That's sneaky.
Oh, this is... Yeah, because they're not going to... Yeah, I almost think that's what happened. That had to be, because they would have heard the teleporter. And he was at the B site.
And Red Plant's now spotted by the
That's
camera,
disgusting.
And out pots Cho. Love it when it works, though, don't you? So they're going to push onto site. Cinder has managed to get Vac down, so they have the operator cleared. And the spike plant will come in with 3 on site. Now, one's going to have to try and deal with this elbow push, I feel. Looks like 2 are going to back away to long, so they've got to deal with Cho obviously coming from window. Embo's sitting close on site to try and cover the spawn off. Can't get the spray down. Will get Boo down, but Boo's going to get resurrected straight away. Cinder's there, gets Cho down from window. Loudly gets the refrag, and now it's all on Alexi. Oh no, flash pack straight on his face. Paint Shells does the job. Down he goes with the defuse. Nolpenki, another round in the books. 8-1. It's starting to look a very strong defensive half.
Sorry, I'm watching the stream back just to check.
Well, there's the replay.
Oh, they did. Yeah. They used the boombot. That is so... And I want to curse so bad, but so genius. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. So if Vac doesn't get that kill, they don't go for it. But because he does, and because of the camera placement out of Cho, he can play inside teleporter. They're not going to expect it. His teammates are covering the teleporter on the other side. And then he just peeks out whenever he spots one with the camera. That is just... That's cheeky. 400 IQ, honestly. That shows how good Nolpenki are. They've thought about this game so methodically. They're trying to jiggle it.
Oh, and the jiggle worked. So this is the beauty of playing the operator on Jet. Can just tailwind away from them. Forces him back to the site there, but it didn't net him anything from the attack. And you're damn right they're going to be checking both corners this time. Boombot's not going to be able to make its way through. McCoy gets himself boosted and up close. Is he going to stick around or will he just fade away from window? There's paint shells going to keep coming through. Now he gets the slowdown and still yet to take any damage. Redplan has managed to find with the showstopper on Cho there. Didn't even hear the trigger for it. It's a kill feed maybe baiting me. Alexi will get McCoy down. So now Vac smoked off. He's got to cover both. And this is what you were talking about, right? Both the sky smokes come down. It completely blocks out the operator's view. So does it nullify it? Loudly's going to come in from behind, though. Into window. Checks it. As Alexi. Now, that was the spike carrier. If I had gone a one-on-one, that would have caused a big problem for 2G4L. But now they're going to be able to spike in on site. Redplan will get booed down. And it leaves Vac all alone in elbow. And I'm pretty sure they have a good idea of where he is. Yes, you can see Embo's already about to peek. Holds. Doesn't matter, loses his shoulder. Just going to smoke it and run.
Plays like what we saw in Nolpenki, I'm still stuck on that round before, is exactly why I think EU is better than NA. NA is going to rely heavily on their aim. Like, I mean, most of the players are CS players. There's a couple PUBG ones in there, over on 100 Thieves. But that is just pure innovation. And that's something I've never seen happen in this game. So genius. And there's just so, like, they have a composition that can do it. Keep that in mind. Like, I mean, I guess they technically could do it with Sova. You know, use your recon bolt to get through or a shock bolt. But because they have a Cypher, that's what makes it so important. That's what makes it so viable, is because he could use the camera on one side and then see one. And that's like a guaranteed kill, or it should be a guaranteed kill.
Teamwork makes the dream work. 8-2 the score, though, with 2G4L getting back in there. Has caused Nolpenki a little bit of problems, so if they do lose this round, economically they're going to be in a wee bit of trouble for the final round. But this one, the penultimate, we're going to see Cho laying the ground rules as the Cypher, putting everything out. It is going to be a B peak from Vac once again. And Loudly also going aggressive on A short. So some very aggressive defensive setups here as Loudly sits and waits. I think there's one to the left of him. Not too sure who it is, just the Brimstone. And he's going to peek him. He's going to peek him. Oh, but he got baited by the other side, and now Embo will get both down. That was totally baited by Cindercom in the other side. But Boo's pushed up. I don't think they'd have expected 3 there. Could get the spray down. Oh, he gets a lucky headshot on Redplan. But Embo will get the triple in the end. And now he's managed to take the operator away and get the plant in. Boo's backed. They're going TP, yep. Through to B.
They're going to go through trap wires, though. Vac, the thing is, he's so far away. I think he's playing the long game here. He's actually going to rotate behind them towards B long. Because he realizes that, hey, they're going to get the plant down with so much time. And they have an operator. There should be someone towards B long or B window. So at least providing the attack from 2 angles, all Cypher needs to do is just stay alive. And he's going to be pushed from elbow. And he's in his camera. I think he has a tucked away corner that he's fine with, but still, he's just trying to buy time for Vac.
Yeah. Okay, Embo on the 4. Can he pull off the aces? Vac just goes for it. He's going to try and stick the defuse. Did they hear him? But no, they did. Orbital strike on his face. Could tailwind away, but he goes straight into the back of Alexi. And they will get themselves an important round. And, well, they may well just be able to get the 4th, because I think economically, Nolpenki are not great. They should be able to have a couple with rifles, but I don't think it's going to be a full buy by any stretch. Yeah, you can see starting to force it. The Bulldog in there, and, well, Loudly just with the Sheriff. I reckon he's invested heavily in utils.
I mean, if you're Raze, you got to. I mean, it's free damage. You have damaging abilities. Like, that's something not every agent has in this game. It basically acts as a weapon for you. Let's see, though. I mean, 8-3 is already a pretty devastating score. I think Boo, yeah, getting his orbital strike online. And Vac, again, going to hit the shot. They got to stop peeking this.
Yeah.
They need something to assist it. Fate going to continue to push through, and Vac's already there. The wall comes through a little bit late, but it works out for him because he gets the kill. Early 2-man advantage. And the thing is, the Sage who died had res. You can't be Sage peeking when you have your ultimate up. Especially in the last round where you're not going to have it anymore.
They did get Cho in the initial trade though, so it's not too bad. Replan though, with this operator, has to make something work while the rest of his team look towards the A site. And with the heavy rotate here, it does just leave Boo on his own on the A site at the moment for Nolpenki. He's just having to hold and be very passive, as you can see Alexi holding the angle on Heaven where Boo was. So he's going to have to stick from spawn side at the moment. So Replan coming this way now, has picked up the spike. It is going to be an A hit, and the rotates are coming in. So Vac's going to be in position, but don't forget, Alexi's trained his eyes on that Heaven position where Vac is looking towards. Now the sky smoke's come down. Spike plant moves in, Jason.
Gonna get a camera up. They have orbital strike to delay though. There it is. Buys time for the rotations to come through, and Vac just walks straight out through the sky smoke. It's a smoke, not a wall. First kill, 8 seconds left. He's got to go for the plant. He might even have time for it. 4 seconds left. He's got to start sticking it, and well, he's gonna fall before he's in the incendiary, and that will be the 9-3 half for Nolpenki. Demon, if their attack is anywhere near as strong as their defense, we might have, unfortunately, a very quick first semifinal.
Yeah, 9-3. Come out on top with this pistol. It might be curtains pretty quick for this first map at least. The amount of times we see people die to the incendiary inside of smoke. It's like the double layer just always catches people out because you're so focused on the smoke and looking up and looking around and looking around. You don't look down and go, ah, I'm in fire. This is not good. And yeah, Replan caught out there.
And it's because
Probably
it ticks so
up as well.
It's because it like ticks so much damage so quickly. If it's a snake bite out of Viper, it doesn't do nearly as the same damage. So it really catches you off guard. I like that. It's not a little bit of a delayed orb coming through. Actually get aggressive towards Bass. They're going to be, in the meantime, though, pushing towards A. They sent 2 through TP to B, and now they left themselves low.
Yeah, I was say the fact they went through TP just completely has done them. Because they're all in on site and they just followed through. They heard the TP and just followed through, but they have lost the 2 from behind, so they are going to have the backstab coming in from short. Boo and McCoy are covering the angles, but not going to see him until it's maybe too late. Vac gets back into showers, and Alexi does manage to get himself on, but Boo pops out of lamps. Oh, and he actually connected the second shot on Cinder there, I think he did. So Boo will step away, and Cinder does push the action. Will Fonage take him down, but Vac's going to follow through. It's going to be run around the roses as he tries to keep on going. He will manage to catch it. Now he's got another coming from behind him. Alexi is just around on site at the moment, so he's just delaying it. Vac lands the shot. And well, Nolpenki will take the pistol, and that is problematic for 2G4L.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give up an 11th. There's no way they have that Phantom, as you're seeing. Again, that's a little bit of a bug when it comes to observers. They're really playing. The thing is, I've seen a lot of Jets and a lot of like teams that kind of help assist a Jet, but I feel like Vac, actually, I don't even know if I'm right in saying that. I want to say like he's so self-sufficient. It's not like they're creating opportunities for him. He's creating opportunities for his team. He's got even 3,200 to spend. He's just sitting on. I think he just kept the frenzy. I think they're assuming that 2G4L is not going to invest into this, which they should be smart in not doing because they'll have Vandals and Phantoms in round 3. But they will give it up at 11th round.
And if you just saw that Vac stayed on the frenzy, so he's going to go for the operator in the next round. Replan holding steady. Paint shells over to the right, could be on point. Maybe gone a little too far. No, it's going to hit right on top of them. Will force them all back. Didn't do too much damage though, because they all separated and saw it coming. Replan peeks out, gets choked down. Now it's going to be Cinder, so the investment has paid off maybe here. Getting those Spectres, they knew they really had to go for it. Does work out against Loudly as well. And we should see the round finished off here as Fake pushes through. McCoy does get the one down, but that's about all it's going to be. The spike is very much surrounded, and McCoy just runs straight into Cinder. 10-4.
Yeah, I feel bad. I didn't actually see the buy up out of 2G4L, so they went for the investment. I mean, Vac, he technically could go for an operator. Instead, he's going to go for the Stinger.
Yeah, I guess it's just balancing the rest of his team's economy, right?
I mean, he went for that in armor, so I mean, there is a chance he gets a kill. They pick up a weapon. They start to snowball the round. I'm almost going to assume he's going to dash forward to look for this too. Like smoke off right side, dash towards U-Haul. I mean, I could be reading into this a little bit too much.
Trying to back up the play, but you can see they have the stack ready and waiting. Here they go. Redplan peeks out, gets the one spray down. Cinder did get taken down though by that Stinger. Boombot will go through, but he got bounced away. Blast packs all thrown in. He still took himself in the corner, but he can't have a great deal of health left. Redplan will just keep them at bay, but Vac has got the 2 with it so far with that Stinger. Fake going down, but its damage has been done. Vac gets Redplan down, and now this single investment has absolutely worked. He's got his ulti ready as well now. It's Alexi coming from behind. Didn't check the little corner. Will manage to get Cho down, but don't forget Vaxton and Lap Room off the side. Did he just put Cyber Cage down? I think he may have. So he's going to try and stick it.
Oh, he has a set incendiary. It's going to land directly on the spike and force him off. He can't stick it. That's why he saw him in the corner.
Oh, nice. Embo. It's Embo versus Boo. Brimstone on Brimstone. Boo just has to wait, just has to delay, and that's going to be the job. A thrifty round with a single Stinger pays off for Nolpenki.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of proud of myself for predicting that he would just kind of rush in. But it's a Stinger. Like, you want to use that close proximity, so you better create that opportunity. It was more of the position he put his Cloudburst in allowed him to alleviate the downside of his Tailwind, which is once you use it, you can't shoot for like a second after it's done or like half a second after it's done. So he plays around within the smoke so he can come out ready to fire. If they win the round, he gets an operator, and now they're one step closer to taking the first map.
Alexi tries to get as much information as he can, but it is going to be a long push.
Oh, this could work.
You have the flash play in. There goes the flash. Does it work out? Yes, it. No. They got opt. They got opt down, and McCoy pushes through. Will resurrect Boo as well. So now they have the 5 on site. This is not looking great. Paint shells from Redplan is about all he can toss out there as he gets pushed and pressured loudly. We'll get the 1 down. Cinder gets the refrag, but now he's left alone with just about everything in his way. And the second he peeks, Vac's there.
He was even being flanked from behind by Cho. Nolpenki. I'm not gonna lie, Demon. This is probably one of my favorite teams I've seen now. I mean, think back to Fabricant as we saw them at the Rise of Titans tourney. I mean, they obviously won the whole thing, but they didn't even feel as dominating right now as Nolpenki have been. There's so much innovation within the team. I would love to see those two teams go head to head. They're making, yeah, Fabricant versus Nolpenki.
I think they have just probably obviously more, you know, the fact that everybody's played a lot more Valorant since those early days Lava series.
It's honestly ridiculous stuff. Rolling Thunder going to come through, but get them absolutely nothing. It's going to give them, I guess, the area to play with. Okay, so they did get 1 kill. Vac's still going to be waiting, and well, he's going to hit shots easily like that. So 1-for-1 trade. Rez is up technically, just not really in a position to pick him up, unfortunately.
Yeah, some interesting results for Nolpenki. Because historically they have lost some interesting ones. They lost to Mattistack, you know. They lost to Valorant.
Was it the same lineup?
So I'm just checking. Yep. So I guess it's just been a grower, right? It's just one of those things.
More of a grower than a shower.
And then, I mean, they lost 13-3 to Valorant in the Wave Esports Invitational.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be 100% sure that the rosters there are correct, because rosters obviously switch around so often, and Liquipedia has no way of keeping that information.
Spike, this one
okay, so those should be screenshots submitted then.
Yeah.
So those will be the real rosters.
Yeah. I mean, I know that Nolpenki did change rosters a little bit. They played a little bit different in Lava, because I know Galaxy was playing for them at one point, but obviously he's been busy with the
that was a showstopper.
PUBG Championships.
And he killed him before he could use it.
Well, time's running out for the spike, but it doesn't matter. It's going to go down. And as you say, that is indeed it for this map. It seems Embo, the last man standing, in the 3v1. And down he goes to Loudly, who has continued off where he left off yesterday in the quarterfinals. Solid performance from both sides. But, you know, there was a few glimmers, I would say, of hope coming out in some of the play, but overall, you know, Vac was just great. Loudly continued where he left off. Boo was immovable on A site for a period of time there. The cheeky plays coming out, you know, into the teleport. Some real nice little innovation of the map.
That was honestly amazing to see. I mean, stomps are never necessarily fun to cast, but that was a fun one to cast because of just how innovative they were being, how many shots they were hitting, how smart they were playing the entire time. I mean, I even like took a second and messaged back about that play they did through teleport, and I was like, oh my god, that was amazing. He didn't respond obviously because he was focusing, but just really cool stuff. And I think that kind of shows a sign of how untapped Valorant is in terms of depth in the game. And I think we're going to see a lot more teams still look for more innovative things in the future.
I mean, at the moment, we're starting to see the slowdown in play and the approach and looking for the picks, almost the Counter-Strike style, but we haven't yet got the big set plays that your Counter-Strikes will have, the flash smokes, etc. We're starting to get them, you know, especially on A site. You obviously have the sky smokes all come down with the wall, etc., but it's not quite refined, I think it's safe to say, because already with that move, the defensive side's already figured out, you know, obviously not with this because we didn't have a Sova, but shock darts, mollies, everything laid up basically straight to where the spike's got to go. So those sort of things have already got counters to them. So to start to see little things like that, you know, and I'm talking about making it work in matches as well. I'm not talking about everybody, you know, doing it in some random custom game against smashing some noobs. I'm talking about in a semi-final of a tournament.
Yeah, smashing some noobs. So don't use that against me and Demon because we definitely would be the noobs in that situation.
I'd be like, oh, I saw that before. Yeah, I didn't think about it.
I mean, the thing is, it doesn't matter how much you cast and how like good of like a color caster you are, or even play-by-play. Just because you can predict things are going to happen in the game and you see things that are happening in the game doesn't mean you can actually put it into action when you're playing. Completely different story, I think, as we all learned.
So we're going to go to the next map. Of course, we're moving on to Split, so we'll see how that one works out. Nolpenki were looking very good on that yesterday, so I'm kind of fearful for 2G4L right now. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the Trovo Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lee Demon Smith and Jason Kaplan is joining me on my left, or technically
sorry, can you call me
I guess.
Jason the Brain Kaplan? Because
the brain, because you knew what was happening.
You know,
you're
some people got it.
In the minds of Nolpenki.
I mean, I actually so just to give some context to this, I did actually message them and he responded with they literally talked about it before the game, and they've been trying a lot of new things and it worked out. So.
That's good, though. I mean, it's good that they're thinking of these things and trying these things, and the fact that it worked is a bonus. They only did that one round as well. They didn't do any other time, so that's the best way to do it, right? It's just like that one round completely caught off, and it was Replan that he caught out. I don't know whether he had an operator at the time, Replan, but either way, caught him out pushing through window.
No, because he shot the camera with a regular gun. Right. Also, just to talk about real quick for everyone in chat, because I saw someone asking what time the finals are tomorrow. It's not at 1800. Just don't worry. I'm sorry, Cantor won't. I do have information directly from the source. It's at 2100 CEST. Best of 3 finals. So 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The North America will obviously be happening after that one. So just to kind of give you a quick update, it will be happening tomorrow at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. and then midnight for the American finals. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just amazed they actually got hold of some casters, but I guess they did bring a Canadian in instead. So because obviously it's 4th of July, so I thought you guys would all just be drunk by now.
You guys.
That's what happens, right?
I mean, I don't really drink.
Do you not count yourself as American anymore, Jason?
I do,
you lived
but
in Germany that long?
I feel like there's nothing to celebrate about America at the moment.
No, you're right on that one. So we've moved on. We're on to Split. Now we saw no Nolpenki on this yesterday, correct? And they kind of dominated. So I am a little concerned, but they are on the attack this time. Nolpenki, they're starting things off. And it does mean that we are going to see a Sage on both sides once again, a Cypher both sides, Omen both sides, and a Raze both sides. The only difference being the Breach and for 2G4L, and of course the Jet once again for VAC.
Are going to be seen loudly, doing Loudly things on the race. He was, I mean, we've been talking and praising, you know, VAC quite a bit on the Jet, but Loudly's Raze, as you mentioned, it did top frag in their series, in their quarterfinals. Except it did slip under the radar a bit, and it looks like they want to head towards B. I think they're going to leave Cho to flank for middle, which is kind of pretty standard, sitting back towards sewers, but they have a trap bar to see if there's any aggression towards A. And they will go for the execute, but Replen, yeah, all right. Well, I'm not going to spot him out. The Boombot kind of keeps the rest of his team back, and Boo will just come through and immediately drop him.
Quickly traded by Embo, gets straight in position. Manages to get himself out the way. See all those paint shells coming in just as he managed to teleport himself away from there. Cho does get Alexi down though, so no, they're going to move it onto site and shut that. You love to see it. You love to see it. The wall in the face the second they come around. Spike goes down. McCoy will just about get out with his life. Cameron does the damage and spots out the man as Embo gets McCoy down. And now the 2-on-2 retake. Flash comes through. Dark cover down. Are they going to be able to push on through? It looks like they will. Loudly's got himself one. Cho gets fake as he pushes out of the smoke side. And Jason, I'm starting to worry. It's the first round. It's the pistol round. I mean, we have seen some pretty heavy-sided attacking rounds, halves, sorry, on this map. But so I do expect Nolpenki to maybe be looking at an 8-4 here.
Again, it makes me like think back to yesterday when Pansy was asking like, is 2G4L being streamed? Maybe she should have been asking about Nolpenki. I mean, that's the greatest thing about like all the tournaments going on, especially the ones that aren't invitationals. You see these teams that don't necessarily get the limelight when it comes to those big tournaments, especially at EU. Boo, you know you can die, right? Like, what the hell? How do they not kill him? How does he not fall? That comes in with 2.
Day, yeah, good lord. That should have been a done deal. I mean, that could have easily gone the other way, but that was 4 people in mid charging down, and they didn't get anyone. It's a problem. Red Plant, the last man, up close, just above him with the shorty. No, Boo's there. Well. A flawless round in the second half, which obviously makes the bonus round even more susceptible. So VAC has gone for the operator because obviously he was coming in with the ghost in the previous round. So while it is a bonus round, they do have an operator backing it up.
So I think we did see this out of VAC before. On split, on defense, he went for an early operator. They're gonna lose the round. He's the last alive, but he put himself in a position that even if they were going to lose, he could save the operator, and he saved it for the following round. That was up against Mattistack yesterday. This time, he's going to be the one leading the charge here, going for the pre-aimed on angles, and he's going to have a shot. Not going to quite hit it, unfortunately. Even the cyber cage being used towards the ramp to make sure they don't push that angle cleanly. The Boombot's going to be destroyed. They push directly into Replen. They're going to trade 1 point. Not a bad trade, to be honest. He actually gets past the flash point, but Fake gets the kill.
Reload completely caught him off there. Ran out of bullets just as he was about to finish Fake off, but Fake is doing a great job at defending so far. VAC up in heaven, looking to cover them off, and the Spike still not down on site. They still haven't managed to get a site, so they may even try and adjust this one. You can see that TG4L on the minimap, they're starting to fan out and look for some sort of exits and try and collect them, but maybe they should be looking to get in and cover off here. Cinder's going to be the man that will peek, gets a good bit of spray down. The paranoia will catch on him though as he has to back away from that one, and now they're going to pour in on towards the top of heaven. And the rotates fully coming into position. Dark cover will block out the spawn position. Embo will try and do what he can with the paranoia, and it does. I think he caught McCoy there because Fake went jumping in. Fake gets himself a triple. He's done a fantastic job on site, and it does leave back. And as you say, they're going to try and save the weapon, but he's managed to get Alexi down. And now he's got to figure out how he can get out of this position with 1 health left. A couple of seconds on the board. Doesn't look like they're going to chase it down.
Yeah, no, it's not worth losing your 3 Phantoms or Vandals. You don't want to lose those crucial rifles just for 1 operator. But then again, it is Vac. And it is his operator. And that is a scary thing all on its own. It was a good 1-for-1 trade there. Yeah, it was unfortunate Cho ran out of ammo because he wasn't able to reload from the first fire. But Fake, I mean, he's had some signs of life. We think back to a couple of the rounds over on Bind, just with a Sheriff alone, able to pull off like 2 kills in some of their eco rounds. I mean, here he pulls off a big chunk of kills as well to stop that push to get them the first round.
When to see Cypher, he was clearly lining up stuff there. Yeah, just get the camera down. So I didn't quite see what he was lining up, but see he was already on it. But this is going to be a fast push on mid. Boo's going to get himself out of the slow. On the other side of the wall. I was about to say how they're going to expect him, but they would have seen the direction that dark cover just came from, so they totally know that he's here now. And he's going to slowly let himself down the ropes, but they are sat ready and waiting. Replan holding the angle.
He's gonna try to catch Raze on the rotate towards B. And then worst case, if they don't go that way, you just go right back up and head in to B tower. Yeah, you can see going B tower now. They want to fight the Cypher's pushing up. This is such a bad position to be in for Alexi. He's almost certainly dead here. It's about how many kills he can get before he falls, and it's 0.
0, yeah. Pushing onto 4 there. Embo's going to get the dark cover down. Oh no, Tiller, there's the paranoia onto Cho. Does manage to catch the 1, can't get the 2nd as loudly. Will get Cinder down, and Embo does fall to McCoy. Now, Replan trying to stop the rot, but Boo from the mid will get 1 down. Fake, the last man, gets 1, gets 2. And now with the spike down, it's a 2v1, but he's in on site. It's effectively a 1v1 at the moment because Boo is still rotating. He's just about outside along, but Fake could find Cinder quickly, and it may cause a problem. Cinder's playing this clever. He's playing it clever. He's rotating away, and it's going to force him away. Fakes realizes that he's probably chasing round there, and Boo does pop out. That was really well played by Nolpenki in that 2v1.
Yeah, exactly how you play it. I mean, even I would have thought Boo would peek the second Fake goes for a couple of shots towards the Sage. But he plays it slow. Just kind of reposition themselves, and I mean, that's down to a T. I like how Boo played it too, because he threw a paranoia in towards B tower. Didn't hit Sage with it, but he pulled the attention. So Sage can't help assist on them trying to execute in towards the B site. And that's one of like the hardest things to deal with when you're heading in towards B is in B tower. So just that, you know, simultaneous push in from 2 different places. See the initial kill Sin's way. Gets the headshot, more importantly. And this is like a force-up. Oh, not even a force-up. I guess it's more of like an... Oh, it is a force-up because they have the Marshals, Sheriffs, and Vac wins that trade. He does get tagged, though.
Yeah, he did land that. I was going to say, I think he landed that. So that was a full Marshal hit. Strip the armor and down to 49. Replan could follow it through. He was down to 49, so if you could catch him. Oh, he's managed to get across just about the right time. Sees the head. Actually hit the head as well of Boo, but obviously with full armor on at that range, the Frenzy not going to do the damage he wants.
Yeah, spray control as well. Very, very misleading on that weapon. Spike will go down. Boo is watching the long flank. He had some trap wires thrown in. Like this retech's going to be difficult, but there's no reason to not go for it. Just based off the fact you're going to buy out next round anyways. And they have 3 people on low HP. Raze, Omen, Jet. First shot's going to be missed. Going to pop the Blade Storm as well just to stall for time. You can see them trying to get close to go for it. He gets the right click in, gets the reset.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Saw the weapon around the corner of Cinder to peek. Which is why he managed to take him down quite easily with the right click, as you say. So Boo gets Alexi down. I was a little surprised they actually went for it there, considering they'd gone for the Force, but 4-1 Nolpenki going the way we kind of expected. After the pistol was picked up, Nolpenki did do very well on this map yesterday against Mattistack.
Keep it up.
Oh, I don't know how much the camera, the microphone is going to pick up. We're about to get treated by the band that goes around Cologne. It is the Buskers, and they go around all the restaurants nearby.
Sounds Sounds German.
It's no, actually, I think I know whether they're Turkish or not. I'm not too sure, but there's like 4 or 5 of them, and they're actually really good. But when you hear it every day, multiple times, kind of gets to you.
First world problems getting live music outside of your home. Oh, yeah, I can hear him now.
I don't know what that was.
That sound like drums to me.
No, it's a Saturday in the middle of Cologne. What can I say?
Alexi, again. It's the second time he's been pushed up, and the second time he doesn't win out in the fight. Dark cover comes down. You see Boo trying to distract in the meantime as they're going to continue the push. Rolling Thunder comes in, hits nothing. The Showstopper using gets nothing as well. And that's going to be that's going to be a Shroud Step used to get in towards the backside of the site. No, it was from the shadows, sorry. He needs assistance. They need to push in. They need to help him out. He's stalling, but his teammates aren't going to be here. It looks like it's a good round here for 2G4L. Dark cover comes in yet again. Gives them an area to play around. They're just going to back away. I think
Yeah,
they're going to
just
hope enemies
17
going to
seconds
push.
on the clock. There's nothing they can do about this one, really, other than maybe try and get a pick. But Vak's trying, but they're not peeking for him, so nothing he can do. Just holds the weapons and maybe push it in the last couple of seconds. Now, I kid you not, Jason. I kid you not. There is about 15 drummers right under my window. So this, I feel, might get noisy. I've just shut the windows, actually, because I'm just like, oh my god, what is going on here? There's like a whole, you know, like almost like a marching band.
A drum line?
Yeah, and I can still hear them through the window. I've shut the windows, and I can still hear them right outside my window. It's like they just
get them to time it with like a really clutch play.
That's
you know?
it.
Build up the suspense.
I will find you.
Oh, off they go. But anyway, let's see what Alexi does here. Oh, or not. I swear, we get baited. We get baited every time. They're like, oh, I mean, in fairness, there is a push in mid, so boom. Going to be able to land the shot. No, Embo will catch him. And it nets themselves the initial kill, but Loudy's decided to push on. We'll be able to find the one on Loud on the Alexi. But Paint Shell's going down. That's about all. He's completely on his own. It's actually an A push coming in. So Loud is just the full distraction force here. And I think the fact that Replan's like, no, there are people here 100% on ramp. Gets Vac down, but Cho will follow. And Vac's back on his feet now with the Resurrect coming through. The flash is good. And Fake will take Cho down. He's going to try and push it again with the Aftershock. Tries to go for the repeat, maybe. There's Vac back with the operator. Gets a little impatient with the flicks there.
Looks like the Spike's back on a march towards the B site because, well, Loudly pushed out. Sees that there's no one there. Vac's going to retreat as well. And Embo, I mean, he has it from the shadows, but he should be able to get into B in time. He's just not sure if anyone else is in towards middle. They haven't spouted out McCoy in quite a long time since the res came through. There it is from the shadows being used. But it's to A. He cancels it because he spots no one out. 18 seconds left. There should be a spike plant. Just comes down to whether or not they can defend it.
Plant goes down. Beautiful angled shot there as he back away into the corners. So, 3-man retake. The Paranoia and the Dark Cover could be massive from the Omen. Sage, I'm assuming, has pretty much used everything he's got. There is Dark Cover down. Peeks out of it, and it does cost Vac his life. And now McCoy pinned in the corner. It's a pretty standard position, so they're all going to get a nice little double peek. Nicely worked out by 2G4L.
A little bit of a weird wall there. Guess he was just trying to stick a defuse. He kind of blocked off his teammate, so somehow the spray came through and he takes 2 players down. He has time to reset. Like I said, 3rd round built up. Nolpenki, I think they're going to be on... Actually, no, they still have money. I thought they'd be on like a force up here. I guess the spike plant was enough. Vac having a little bit of a quiet game. Only 5 kills.
Yeah, it's just
9.
not working for him at the moment. The operator's not been landing.
Alexi's been having a tough time over towards B. He's seeing 0 and 7 at the moment. I think Loudly's won 3 out of the 3 exchanges they've had. Oh, Showstopper into A.
Yeah. Trying it. Doesn't
It was
net
cool.
anything. Yeah. I mean, if it works, you know, if they decided to go for the stack there, which is totally possible, then it can catch them 4 kills. But because you don't expect to see the showstopper coming up. You'll hear the shout, mind you, but that's all. Bit more passive in the push. Now they're going to go for it. So Boo gets Cinder down. So Embo looking to try and peek back into the dark cover and catch them as they maybe push the aggression, but not going to work out for them. They have left Vac, who's gone aggressive into rope room. Embo coming back with the spike as well. Still loudly being very cautious over the side. I feel that they're going to keep the pressure on. It does look like it may be an A move. I think they're going to go through. Are they going to go through? No, they're going to wrap up to B. Okay. Well, as you said, poor Alexi. No kills yet. 0-7-3. Not quite the bond, but there we go. Could be an important one. Embo gets another down as well as Loudly's finished off, and that's the two big hitters taken down for Nolpenki. As Alexi sticks in the corner and waits. Don't think he quite wanted to put the camera there.
Wall comes in, blocks off spawn. Shroud set we use to regroup with the team. But again, Cho, the flank, even if he doesn't win this 1v1, he buys so much time. The Omen can't really afford to push in because of this. And now Embo's left alone in a 1-on-3. This should be a fight he can't win. He's actually even low on ammo. 21 bullets left, period, in his gun. And dark cover comes through. It actually kind of helps him out because there's two of them, except they're just going to spam away at it. And Nolpenki get themselves a 5th round.
Yeah, and they didn't lose anyone. Once they got in on the site, that was that. It's just cleared it out, and kind of felt for Alexi. He was kind of like caught in two minds, right? He got the kill, and he's like, right, I need to make a play. And then it's like just, you know, default turns to the camera. So what's the camera going to net you at that point? They're pushing you, position. It's not going to net you anything. You need to be sat ready with your weapon, and in the end, it was an easy peek for McCoy to take him down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he put the camera there. I mean, because he was already watching those angles, right? So it's not like he gets more information, more vision.
Yeah.
And he was being pushed from behind.
And he's got his teammate watching that can see the cross anyway. So, no, I don't know. Unless he was thinking of backing into the corner, throwing the camera down and backing into the corner again. Perhaps. But Red Plant looking for the smallest of angles with the operator, but McCoy gets him down.
He tried to go for the res.
Hero, and Cindy, trying to push him for that res, will get caught out by Vac as well. The aggression paying off for them. Embo does go aggressive, sneaks out, gets himself the damage done, and gets out. And you can see he's got Alexi in support as well, just behind him. But now the spike's going to work its way over towards A site. The Cypher's still yet to make a move here. Fake is tucked in the corner, and he's been pretty solid on the A site so far. Not in a standard position, actually. He normally tucked against the wall, so cheeky little spot here for Fake to try and catch Cho off as he goes for that push, but you've got to assume they're going to be looking up at the top of ramp. But with his teammates coming this way, they are just going to try and go long, and it will catch Loudly off guard, but now they know. Gets another shot to the face of McCoy. Boo does in the end do the damage, but that has done a great work and takes it to a 2-2 as Boo goes for the spike plant. Cho tucks in the corner, Alexi up on heaven, and it's going to be Omen on Omen action. Up on site, it's going to be Boo that will come out on top, but Boo has been taken down. Cho the last man, the Cypher v Cypher. It's Cho that comes out on top. Not Alexi's game so far.
That should have been the round. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not meant to criticize players too heavily, but Alexi misses the shots. He knew exactly where Cho was. Even he had the drop on him. Cho shot to the right, back towards like where they come from into the site, because he thought that's where he was gonna be. He misses the bullets, and it costs him the round. Fake
does, you know, gets him the opening for the round there. That's some great work from Fake.
Yeah, watch this right here. Here he gets the shot and misses. Yeah. And then Cho just, I mean, Cho gets a little bit lucky because he actually backs under cover, but still. 9 rounds in, 6-3 for Nolpenki. Keep it up their former pace.
And Alexi tried to go aggressive in his costume already. He's gone down on over on B site.
That's 4 for 4 for Loudly against Alexi.
Definitely goes number, but then again, Loudly is one of the top players out there. Dark cover right on top of Fake. Tries to go aggressive and lands the headshot onto Boo and just fades away back through the dark cover. So while they have lost a couple of players, they've netted themselves the 2 frags. But there's still a stack of ults for Nolpenki if they should require. Spike making its way over towards B site. And now Vax in position as well.
Yeah, this will be... I mean, it should almost be guaranteed around when you have a showstopper. A Blade Storm, but Vax's going to be on the rifle anyway, so he doesn't need it. And even got the Phantom. I mean, they have a res. They just don't have anyone to res around them. They have the Rolling Thunder, so that could be big. Actually, big kill coming through with the Marshall here. Even being gifted a second chance, so they do have the man advantage, but they need to pick up the pace. Rolling Thunder comes through. It's going to actually miss out on Vac. Loudly will trade 1 for 1, and now Vac's in a 1-on-2.
Yeah, Loudly managed to get the showstopper back towards him, but Vac, I mean, here's where they're coming from. He's not got time for the reload. Oh, but he pops the knives out. And yep, you love to see it. Big plays from Vac. He was pressured. I was just thinking, is he going to get time for the reload on the Phantom? And that's what they thought. They obviously thought, okay, he's going for the reload. Push. And yeah, had that ulti ready and waiting to go.
He's good. He's damn good. Clutches it out. Boo up to 13 kills. Vac's not even top fragging yet again. I mean, like in the last series, it seemed like he was. It was Loudly. 11th round, they're up 7-3. This is a spelling disaster here for 2G4 on the semifinals of the Trovo challenge. And Boo gets another 2 to add.
Yeah, that's just running through mid now. That's problematic. But then again, I did say, I expect a kind of an 8-4. Red Plan has decided to actually go on to B side, but he's gone down. McCoy, don't even think he needed the res there on Vac. I don't think they need the economy, do they? It's but either way, guess just using it going into the final round. Will get themselves the spike confirmed as Loudly gets into position. Don't need to check the spots, Loudly. You've got everybody sat there waiting for you. And it will just be a save for 2G4L going into the final round.
Those drums really just want to stick around, don't they?
I mean, I could open the window. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. I don't know what this is all about. I wouldn't mind it. They're not even like busking. They're just set up stall to play. I guess hoping that, you know, being in the square. We can only hope that it rains. That'll dampen their spirits, maybe.
Wow. It's like the old man syndrome right there. Wants other people to suffer.
I just wanted to go away.
Like slightly agitated because it's affecting you. Like, I hope it rains and they get struck by lightning.
I never said
Damn
struck
kids.
by lightning. I just said rains. I'm not sadistic. Boo, 17 kills. He has been hot in the first half. Final round of the half on the attack for Nolpenki. It started well for them. We'll see exactly what 2G4L have in their lockers as they switch to attack in a moment, but it's not been great for them on defense. You can see they've just about forced whatever they can. A couple of Spectres in there, a Guardian. Not looking great.
Maybe they're stream sniping you. Oh! Boo! What a shot! Completely
that's
through the wall.
One of those deaths. You just like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done. I've finished. Cindy, you've got another half to play. I don't care.
Jeez.
Yeah, nothing working for them. It seems. A little sneaky peek not paying off. McCoy's there. Oh, Alexi. Had he switched sides? But either way, he's going through sewers from the shadows. Being popped by Embo. And they're both coming from the same spot in towards McCoy. Tucked in on the Sage. In the corner. Will not find one. Alexi will get him down. So, oh no, he's gonna cage trap his approach on ramp and face all of them. They're all sat there. All sat ready and waiting. Alexi does get the one down. Boo goes down. Embo also got Cho as well. So It was a 2-for-2 trade, but it was a shooting range in the end. 9-3 the first half for Nolpenki, who already picked up the first map in convincing style on Bind.
Yeah, double 9-3s. And this was them having to attack because 2G4L won the defense. And this was the map they chose. So, I mean, you can kind of see why. Then again, Boo is just making quick work. 18 kills and only 8 deaths. I mean, I find it hard to see 2G4L be able to come back in this, though. I mean, I want to see it. But it seems like they've just met their match. It looks like we're going to see a little bit of a split push. I don't necessarily know why Ambo's over towards A. Unless he's going to go down towards sewer. But, I mean, obviously you can use his dark cover from different parts of the map. And they're going to walk straight in towards B. Cho's going to be waiting. We've already seen what he can do. He does have his one-way cyber cages up as well. This is going to be rough. Watch this. You can see their feet.
Can't get anything, though. Didn't really do any damage either, so he's just going to go to the other side of the wall and play it safe and buy time for the rest of his team to get into position, but they are backing away, which means I'll see what they can do. They did draw a bunch of abilities out, so that's the net win for them, and they didn't lose anyone.
That's going to be all alone.
Yeah, on A site. This is going to be... Okay, so it's going to be all on Vac here as the dark cover goes down. They're pushing him. Can he manage to get the shot with the classic? No, he can't. So he didn't invest in the ghost. So he didn't have quite the accuracy and the power that he wanted. And look at this. They're going all the way back over to B site. Cheeky.
And they're already rotating too. Nolpenki's going to be here. They're going to meet them in tower. Wall comes in. McCoy's going to fall for it, but they're just going to jump straight over the top. Now Cho, I mean, he's going to be here. The aftershock going to come through. It's going to zone him out. And this will be a spike plant. This will be mostly the round here for 2G4. 2 on 5.
Yeah, they played it well. They played it well. This one worked out well for them. Just going to leave Cho. He's going to be covered off. Dark cover will go down. Red Plan finds loudly. And Cho's going to get hunted. As Fate comes leaping around the corner. And a flawless pistol from 2G4L. A glimmer of hope in the 9-4 game that is.
Definitely needed. They have so many rounds left to go. I mean, I think Split is a little bit more attacker-sided now, but not 9-3. Especially when we start to see like mid-control being taken a bit more.
Cow, there's literally the whole of Heumarkt is full of people cheering them. I did not expect that.
I think they just want you to hear you cast, man. Open the window, put the speakers
on.
Shout,
like... It is packed. What the hell? It's like Carnival. What is going on? 4th of July, I guess.
And I mean,
didn't know they celebrated in Germany, but apparently.
I don't think there's that many expats here. Is there?
Really? Yeah, there's like 30,000 expats, Brits and Americans in Cologne, mate.
Yeah, but why would Brits celebrate 4th of July?
We know. We will throw the tea bags at you.
Ooh, quick little push out of Fake. I mean, they have the 4-man stack here towards middle. This is going to be like them collapsing. You see Sage just tucked away in the mini room. You see Jet played by Vac over towards Vents, but they're going to head over towards the A site. This is, I mean, whether it's intentional or not, the read's going to work out for them.
Yeah, it's perfect. There's nobody on A. Here's Cho going to check his camera. I don't know if it's Cho's camera that's there. Does manage to find Replan though. He did just get McCoy down in mid, so that gives him a weapon there. I think it was a Phantom he had, or a Vandal. So we'll see what he can do with it. It's going to be up in heaven now as the spike goes down. But Embo is there. Oh, nicely done, Embo. A quick double. It's like a different team's just turned up. Cho just hanging on it loudly. Trying to be as sneaky as he can. Will the paint shells finish Alexi off? No, he gets out of it. And I think Boo's hit and run. Did he steal a Vandal away? Yes, he did. Off he goes.
All right, so 5 rounds now for 2G4L. Starting to wonder if maybe I got the who chose what map backwards. So they definitely improved quite a bit here. But then again, still early stages. We haven't had that full buy for Nolpenki yet. We haven't seen Vac on the operator, though. I would imagine he's not going to be going operator this time. This is more of a map you want to play out with your running gun. But they're going to have a bye here. So this is pretty much the time now for 2G4L. You've shown that you can win some rounds, but you need to keep winning them when you're up against the full bye. Oh, that wasn't bad. And poor Loudly, yeah, just gets overrun there. So here we go. This is, I think, the true test that they can kind of compete at this level when guns come into play. They're pretty much giving up a lot of mid control too. Obviously, Boo's using a lot of his dark covers off the bat to give the early control for Nolpenki, so they don't have to worry about any sort of rush.
I mean, we talked about that, right, yesterday. It was like the first 5 rounds, nobody bothered with mid for Nolpenki game, and then suddenly everybody was all focused on mid. So maybe they're kind of just sitting and waiting, but Cho trying to wallbang that one down, and he gets smashed down by Sin himself as the 3 of them line up a shooting range and wallbang him down. Rotate back towards A site, though. As you mentioned, there is nobody looking at mid, so it will be free for the Replan on the raise to just peek on out there. Vac, though, looking to go aggressive, and this may be poorly timed because they're all around the corner. Embo will get booed down. Vac manages to get himself backed away, but he is going to get picked off, and that leaves A site wide open. And Replan even managed to find Loudly in mid.
Yeah, nice save. Lost alive. No point. 1v5, maybe take away a gun or two. But it's not worth it. And their money, I mean, Boo can buy. The rest of the team really can't. I mean, that was the full investment. That was the round I wanted to see. You know, if this is going to be a series or if it's going to be 2G4L getting knocked out in a quick 2-0. And definitely quick indeed, considering map 1 did end 13-4. I think they just got caught on timing. If there was a paranoia that went through first,
yeah,
which he did have up, then there probably would have been some shots routed their way, and they would have known there was 2 people there.
Yeah, the second Boo and Jet peaked would have gone both down, yeah. McCoy will find Alexi. But 6-9, they've managed to collect a decent attacking round. Of course, that's going to probably force Nolpenki back into a relatively poor situation. It will. They're going to force the issue, though. So a double... No, Boo's just solved that one. Decided, no, let's just save, go pistols, and leave McCoy be the only one with the rifle.
I almost want to see them go operator for Vac, just for the hell of it. But I think they're rather going to play safe. I mean, and you should. Semifinals, you almost double your money from the 800 to the 1500 for second place. Or it's 1800, sorry. So you actually do double. You over double it.
I mean, this could be one of those games where, I mean, Boo's clearly top fragging, but nobody else has been picking up the pieces. I say that Boo will get Alexi down again.
That's a gun for Vac.
And it's one of those times. Yeah, Vac's clicked the gun and gone around the back actually, but McCoy with that Phantom making it work in mid has managed to get Embo down as well. And they continue to smoke it out. Fakes separating. We'll just back away, though. It will be a B site hit. That leaves Cho on his own at the moment in heaven. Or tower, whichever you prefer. Now he's going to have the Phantom down low with McCoy on Sage, who should be spotting out Replan, who's just around the corner. Just got a glimpse of the shoulder. A Replan will get the head. That's what he needed. That was the Jewel that had to come out on top, and that will give him the chance to get the spike plant down, but the rotate's already there. Boo coming in. Don't forget, this is pretty much a save round for Nolpenki as well. Oh, nice.
Back. Oh. The flank took a long time, but he does get there. It's coming down to the 3-on-2 now. This is still very winnable for Nolpenki, especially with Vac hitting shots like that. A second kill comes through, and the third, and they're going to clutch it out.
Oh, dear. The backstab, I mean, it's a good job the backstab came because they had him completely dead to rights. Obviously, they covered off the spawn area side very nicely, but they're going to get themselves the double vandal out of that round as well. Oh, it's all about those two initial peaks, the two initial shots. Alexi and forget which the other one was that both got taken down. It was Embo that both got taken down in mid as well. And that just netted them the weapons they needed to just carry through the round.
Well, yeah, Boo getting the kill towards long A.
Yeah.
Back picks up the gun, goes on the long flank. I mean, the first kill, the thing is, he was spotted out, so it's not even like, ooh, these are nice setups. It wasn't even like he got the drop on them. They saw him. He just out-aimed them and outplayed them. And again, if they try to push in towards B, well, you know what? They're going to be spotted out. And they're, more importantly, going to have a one-way. And they pushed out middle. Loudly gets the shot onto Embo. So already going to be a mound down. They have the resurrection, but they also don't know how far Loudly potentially could have gone. Rolling Thunder, not going to be up just yet, but that's going to be the fault line to come through. I mean, it might catch one, but he can still get that cyber cage off.
Oh, those paint shells will catch him now, so he's going to have to back away from that one. Have to shock into paint shells, tried to slow his escape, but luckily for him, did have the heals coming in from McCoy. McCoy will get Cinder down. It's a 1-for-1 trial. Cho peeks around the side, knows where Fake is, but can't get the damage down. They've still got Replan in the corner as well they're trying to deal with. McCoy's going to boost himself over. Going hunting. Replan's in the corner. Will find him. Gets the head down. That's the spike carrier. That's Alexi down. And that's 11-6, Jason. We're just 2 potential rounds away from victory here for Nolpenki.
I feel like we need to pay the drummers here for their contribution to the stream. Is this copyrighted music? Are we gonna get DMCA'd? Yeah, that was a big kill to Loudly. And more importantly, though, the play out of McCoy. A sick wall up over as well, catching them off guard. Vac again, hitting the shots with the op. Boo on 20. And he's going to go for the challenge right off the bat here. I like how he pushes up too, because a dark cover is going to be set up behind him from the enemy team. He spots out one. He gets tagged up. He's going to need to be healed. He could tailwind away, but he wants to keep this ability alive.
Well, Cinder's going to go for the peek. He's got Replan on the operator. It's going to get that peek around the corner. Doesn't net him anything. And this is the nice part from Nolpenki, what they've been doing. So the Resurrecting has come through. They've been sort of biding their time. Sometimes they'll peek, sometimes they won't, sometimes they're aggressive, but they've really timed it quite well. And a few times I've seen them playing on this map. Embo going to get a peek around the side there, but that dark cover right in his face, and Loudly just looks at where the tracer fire's coming from and nails him down. So Embo, he'd just been resurrected as well, so straight back down again. Now, Alexi has managed to get himself in a position where you can see he's only got the Spectre, so it's not ideal. Don't want to go for those long-range shots down into A with that.
That flashpoint gets a little bit lucky catching Vac off. It's going to be one there. It's going to be pressure coming in. Actually, the camera spotting him out, and he's going to miss the shot. But again, the tailwind. Use it to reposition. Boo's going to be at least charged into on the site. One towards elbow. He's going to lose the 1v1 against Fake. McCoy's here going to rescue Vac. And Replin's going to be there waiting. But again, just the pushes in perfectly. Trying to get the spike down, but he can't afford to go for it. And we might be all done here, Demon. This might be the first best of 3. The first semi-final done.
Yeah, match point, Nolpenki. They took a little while to get set up on defense, but it seems that they've got it on lockdown now. And as you can see, it's not going to be great. They should be able to buy up here, Embo and Cinder, but they're just delaying, deciding what exactly they're going to get. Because you can see Alexa, he's been struggling all game, unfortunately. Just the 6 frags for him, so his economy is in tatters. In the dustbin.
I mean, when we saw...
My dog's even getting on the couch to see what the heck is going on out the window. It's just like, what is that racket? Oh, Vac. Oh, and he's pushing as well. He's pushing more. He's got the one. He's not satisfied. He wants the second. And now with that trap being shot, he knows that there's more, and he will find Fake down.
3 left alive. They're going to be walled off in middle. The second they wanted to go for the push, too. Embo going to be watching the angle. They're going to shoot the wall down. Reinforcements in the form of Vac going to be here. Boo's going to be off towards the side of A tower. Dark cover comes in. They want to push towards B tower. And Vac's just waiting. Great paranoia, though, to prevent the shot. They're going to push straight through the cloudburst. Vac's going to spot them out. He gets the kill. That's 3. Can he close it out with an ace? No! Sin's gonna drop him. But still just 2 players left alive against 4 to keep 2G4L in this game.
And they make it work. McCoy gets back on his feet. And the rotate from Cinder, running for his life. Rejoins Embo, and they're sneaking back to B. But unfortunately, Loudly has not moved. Cinder is coming back around the side, and McCoy is there. We'll get Loudly down. McCoy actually got slowed, but he caught Cinder in the back, and that leaves Embo now in a 1v3. But 2G4L collects the spike. He's running out of time. 13 seconds. Hasn't got any chance to do it. He's going to try and get from the shadows and get the plant down. He has got the chance. If he comes out, yes, he does. And he gets it with 2 seconds to spare. And now teleports himself into the corner. The Paranoid went straight on top of him. He's managed to get himself a rotate round, but McCoy read it well. And it will be the semi-final done for 2G4L. Nolpenki will be moving through to the finals. It's $800 for 2G4L though. But Nolpenki will be moving on to fight for $5,000 in tomorrow's finals at 9 p.m.
Yeah, well done. I don't think we've seen a team like Nolpenki so far. Again, thinking back to the other quarterfinal we had out of 5G, ended up winning their match, but it was definitely a hard-fought match for them as they lost after they lost the first 2. Boo, 21 kills and 5 first bloods, even Loudly on 5 first bloods. You really can't underestimate how important it is to get these entry frags. And I think they deserved it. Again, they had like really in-depth strategies when we think back to Bind. Vac was hitting shots, Boo was stepping up, Loudly was still having a solid performance. And now they have a chance to take home the whole thing, to take home the $5 grand.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, I would put them as favourites going into it as well. They looked solid over the 2 days, 2-0 in both games, and in terms of performance, it has been very strong. And so look at some of the highlights from that matchup. Of course, it was all about the attacking side for Nolpenki. They started off strong and never really looked back.
There was, at least for the side of 2G4L, Fake. Very impressed with him. Just his raw aim. Thinking back to the Sheriffs on Bind here, he had a couple of really great plays, even Embo as well. I mean, we can't really underestimate the skill of the 2G4L. Even though the games were very one-sided, they're still an insanely strong team. Maybe they have some kinks to work out. Alexi having a very rough game. I think he was like 0 for 4 up against Loudly on the duels.
Yeah, and it was one of those things, right? Fake was rock solid on A, so they just went to B every time. And unfortunately for Alexi, that's where he was. And you said it at the time. I think he was losing so many times to Loudly in that straight-up duel down B long. It's just don't peek it anymore. As simple as that.
Yeah, he gets caught trying to be aggressive a couple of times. And then I think he stopped being aggressive, and Loudly was just able to push back in. I mean, we don't have an answer for Vac. Whoever's playing them in the finals needs to watch these VODs. They need to see how he's playing, because if he's able to get kills like he is with the operator and not have the enemy team come up with a response, not able to prevent him from hitting the shots or have the ability to duel against him with the op, then I think it's going to be a rough grand final.
Yeah, and I expect to see some more Bind being played in the final as well. It seems to be their map to go to. So, solid performance overall. I guess we can look at the brackets and see exactly where we stand right now, because, of course, we will have a second semi-final. That's going to be coming up at 9 p.m. So, we finished pretty early, so we've got a good hour and a half before that one will start up. You can see Nolpenki, their path to the finals, taking down Mattistack 2-0 and now 2G4L 2-0 in pretty clean fashion. So Jbzzz will be up against 5GG. It's going to be a really interesting team name battle to commentate on that one, Jason.
Yeah.
In an hour and a half.
Yeah, and just to kind of hype it up for you, Teaam Jbzzz ended up winning 2-0 up against LOL, a Turkish team. And they won 13-9 and 13-6. That was on Ascent and then on Bind. And it's actually a French team coming into this. And you had, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty, as I'm looking at like the results, like the kills, it's pretty even across the team in terms of like who was fragging for them. So I'm excited to see. We're going to see some Reyna, it seems, at least if we go to the map Ascent. Yeah, it's going to be another good final. We get to at least see a new team come into this one in 5GG to find hopefully kind of refine their play from yesterday.
Right, well, we're going to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, it will be at 9 p.m. Go get yourself some food, get yourself set up for the second semi-final of the day for Europe. And then, of course, we'll have North America kicking off from midnight and beyond. We'll see you at 9 p.m.